king more affected the Duke of Albany than Cornwall?
It did always seem so to us, but now in the division of the kingdom, it appears not which of the dukes he values most.
Is not this your son, my lord?
His brains have been into my charge. I have so often blushed to acknowledge him that now I am raised.
I cannot conceive.
Sir, this young son's mother could, whereupon she crew round wound and had indeed Sarah a son for her cradle, ere she had a husband for her bed. Do you smell a fault?
I cannot wish the fault undone, the issue of it being so proper.
But I have a son, sir, by order of law, some year elder than this, who yet is no dearer in my account, though this knave came something saucily into the world before he was sent for. Yet his mother was fair, there was good sport at his making, and the horse must be acknowledged. Do you know this noble gentleman, Edmund?
No, my lord.
My lord of Kent, remember him hereafter as your old friend.
My services to your lordship.
I must love you, and so to know you better.
Sir, I shall study this servant.
The king is coming.
Attend the Lord, France and Burgundy, Gloucester.
Tell me, lord.
In time we shall express our darker purpose. Give me the map there. Know that we have divided in three our kingdom. 'Tis our fast intent to shake our cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths, while we, unburdened, proud toward death. Our son of Cornwall, and you, our no less loving son of Albany. We have this o'er a constant will to publish our daughter's several dowers, that future strife may be prevented now. The princes, France and Burgundy, great rivals in our youngest daughter's love, here are to be answered. Tell me daughters, which of you shall we say doth love us most? That way our largest bounty may extend, where nature doth with merit challenge. Goneril, our eldest born, speak first.
Sir, I love you more than words can wail the matter. Dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare. No less than life, with grace, health, beauty, honour, as much as child e'er loved or father found. A love that makes breath par and speech unable, beyond all manner of so much I love you.
What shall Cordelia speak? Love and be silent.
Of all these bones, and from this line to this, we may be able to thine and Albany's issue be this perpetual. What's this? Or second daughter, or dearest Regan, wife of Cornwall.
I am made of that self-metal as my sister, and praise me at her worth. In my true heart I find she names the very dead of love, only she comes too short, that I profess myself an enemy to all other joys which the most precious square of sense possesses, and find that I alone am felicitate in your dear highness love.
Then poor Cordelia. And yet not so, since I am sure my love's more ponderous than me tongue.
To they and thine, hereditary ever, remain this ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than that conferred on Goneril. Now, our joy, although our last and least, what can you say to draw a third more opulent than your sisters? Speak,
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing will come. Nothing. Speak again.
Unhappy that I am, I cannot have me heart into me mouth. I love your majesty according to me bond. No more, no less.
Oh, Cordelia, mend your speech a little, lest you may mar your fortune.
Good lord, you have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as our right pets, obey you, love you, and most honor you. Why have your sister's husbands, if they say they love you, happily when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take me plight will carry half me love with him, half me care and duty. Sure, I shall never marry like my sisters, to love me father, all.
Was thy heart with this?
I am a good lord.
So young and so untender.
So young, my lord, and true.
Let it be so! Thy troth then be thy dower. Here I disclaim I'll make paternal care, propinquity and property of blood, and as a stranger to me heart and me, hold thee from this forever.
Good my name.
Peace, Kent! Come not between the dragon and his wrath. I loved her most, and thought to set me rest in her kind nursery, hence and avoid my sight. So be me grave, me peace, as here may give her father's heart from her. Call France, who stirs, call Burgundy, Cornwall, and Albany, with me two daughters' doors, digest this third. Let pride, which she calls plainness, marry her. I do invest it jointly with me power. Ourselves, by monthly course, with reservation of 100 nights by you to be sustained, will our abode made with you by due term. Only we shall retain the name, and add the addition to a king.
Royal Lear, whom I have the honour as me king, love as me father, as me master.
The bow is bent and drawn, make from the shaft.
Let it fall, rather, though the fork invade the region of my heart. Be Kent unmannerly when Lear is mad? What wouldst thou do, old man? To plainness honour's bound, when majesty falls to folly. Reserve thy state, and in thy best consideration, check this hideous rashness. Answer me lightly in judgment. Thy youngest daughter does not love thee, least.
On thy life, no more.
My life I never held but as a pawn to wage against thine enemies. Ne'er fair to lose it, thy safety.
Out of my sight!
Say better, Lear, and that may still remain the true blank of thine eye.
Now, I hollow!
No, by Apollo, king, thou swearst thy gods in vain.
Hear me, recreant! On my nations, hear me. Thou hast sought to make us break our vows, which we durst never yet. Take thy reward. 5 days we do begot thee for provision to shield thee from disasters of the world, and on the 6th to turn thy hated back upon our kingdom. If on the 10th day following thy banished trunk be found in our dominion, the moment is thy death. Away! By Jupiter, this shall not be revoked.
Fare thee well, king, sith thus thou wilt appear. Freedom lives hence, banishment is here. The gods to their shall retain may, that justly pleased, and has most rightly said. And your large stages may your deeds approve. Good effects may spring from words of love. As Kental princes bids you all adieu. Shape his old course in a country new.
There's France and Burgundy, noble lord.
my Lord of Burgundy, we first addressed for you, who with this king have rivaled for our daughter. What in the latest will you require in present dower with her, or says your quest of love?
Most Royal Majesty, I crave no more than hath your highness offered, nor will ye turn your legs.
Right noble Burgundy, when she was dear to us, we did hold her soul, but now her price is found. Sir, there she is, unfriended, new adopted to our head, dowered with our curse, and stranger with our oath. Take her or leave her.
Pardon me, Royal Sir. Election makes not up in such condition.
Then leave her, sir. For by the powers that made me, I tell ye, all her wealth. For you, great king, I would not from your love make such a stray match you where I hate.
This is most strange. That she whom you but know was your object, the argument of your praise, balm of your age, the best and dearest, should in this trice of time commit a thing so monstrous, to dismantle so many faults of favour. Sure, her offence must be of such unnatural degree that monsters then.
I can present your majesty. If, for I want that glib and oily art to speak and purpose not, since what I well intend, I'll do it before I speak, that you make known. It is no vicious blot, murder, or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonored step that hath deprived me of your grace and favour. But in the want of that for the which I am richer, a still solicity I, and such a tongue that I am glad I have not, though not to have it hath lost me in your liking.
Better thou hast not been born, than not to have pleased me better.
Is it but this? My lord of Burgundy, what say you to the lady? Love's not love when it's mingled with regard to stand aloof to the entire point. Will you have her? She is herself a dowry.
Royal King, give but that portion which yourself propose, and here I take Cordelia by the hand, Duchess of Burgundy.
Nothing! I have sworn, I am firm.
I'm sorry then you have so lost a father, that you must lose a husband.
His favour Burgundy. Since that respect and fortunes are his love, I shall not wed his wife.
Fairest Cordelia, the heart most rich, the poor, most choice forsaken, most loved, despised. Then thy virtues here I seize upon. Being lawful, I take up what's cast away. Thy dowerless daughter came through to my chance, is queen of us, of ours, and our fair France.
Thou hast her, France, let her be thine. For we have no such daughter, nor shall ever see that face of hers again. Therefore be gone, without our grace, or love, or benison. Come, noble Burgundy.
Bid farewell to your sisters.
The jewels of our father, with washed eyes Cordelia lays you. I know you what ye are, and like a sister, I most love to call your faults as they are named. Love well our father, to your professed bosoms I commit him. But yet, alas, stood I within his grace, I would prefer him to a better place. So farewell to you both.
Prescribe not us our duty. Let your study to content your lord, who hath received your virgin's alms. You have obedience scanted, and well are her the want that you have wanted.
Time shall unfold what plaited cunning hides, who covers faults, at last with shame derides. Well may you prosper.
Come, my fair Cordelia.
Sister, it is not little I have to say what most nearly appertains to us both. I think our father will hence tonight. 'Tis most certain, and with you.
next morning for those.
Say full of changes as ages. The observation way have made of it have been but little. He always loved our sister most, and with what part judgment he hath now cast her off, appears too grossly.
'Tis the infirmity of his age, yet he hath ever but slenderly known himself.
The best and soundest of his time hath been but rash. And must we look from his age to receive not alone the imperfections of long and graft condition, but therewithal the unruly waywardness that infirm and choleric years bring with them.
Such unconstant starts are we like to have from him as this of Kent's banishment.
Pray, let us take together. If our father carry authority with such disposition as he bears, this last surrender of his will but offend us.
We shall further think of it.
We must do something, and in the haste.
Thou, nature, art my goddess. To thy law the surfaces are bound. Wherefore should I stand in the plague of custom and permit the curiosity and nations to deprive me? For that I am some 12 or 13 moonshines, lag of a brother. Why bastard? Wherefore beds? When my dimensions are as well compact, my mind is generous, and my shape as true, as honest madam's issue. Why brandeos with beds, with baseness, bastardy beds? Beds? Oh, in the lusty stealth of nature take more composition and fair's quality than doth within a dull, stale, tired bed. God doth create a whole tribe of fops, that twin asleep and wag. Well then, legitimate Edgar, I must have your lad. Our father's love is to the bastard Edmund, as tough legitimate, fine ward legitimate. Well, my legitimate, if this letter sped and my invention thrive, Edmund the beds shall tough legitimate. I grow, I prosper. Now gods, stand up for bastards.
Kent banished us, and France and Collar parted, and the king gone tonight. What now, Edmund? What news?
Oh, no, my lord.
What paper were you reading?
Nothing, my lord.
No. What needed then that terrible dispatch of it into your pocket? Let's say. Come, if it be nothing, I shall not need spectacles.
I beseech you, sir, pardon me. It is a letter from a brother which I have not all already. And for so much as I peruse, I find it not for overlooking.
Yeah. Never let out. Sir.
I shall find either to retain or give it. I hope my brother's justification. I wrote this but as an essay or test of my virtue.
This policy and reverence of age kept our partners from us till our oldness cannot relish them. Come to me that of this I may spec mark. If our father would sleep till I waked him, you should enjoy half his revenue forever and live the beloved of your brother Edgar. Ha! Conspiracy! Sleep till I wake him, you should enjoy half his revenue. My son Edgar! Had he a hand to write this, a heart and a brain to read it in? When came you to this whole project?
It was not brought to me, my lord. I found it thrown in at the casement of my closet.
You know the character to be your brother's.
If the matter were good, my lord, I durst swear it were his.
Has he never before sanded you in this business?
Never, my lord. But I have heard him oft maintain it to be fit that sons at perfect age and fathers declined. The father should be as ward to the son, and the son manage his revenue.
Horrid villain. Unnatural, brutish, detested villain. Worse than Brutus. Where is he?
I do not know, my lord. I dare undo my life for him. That he hath wrecked this to fail, my affects the entire honour, and no other presence of danger.
Think you so?
If your honour judge it met, I will place you, for you shall first confirm this, and have your satisfaction.
I cannot bear such a monster. It would set him out.
We will set him, sir, presently, and the quite show will have.
Oh, these late eclipses of the sun and moon portend no good to us. Love falls off. Friendship falls. Brothers divide. In cities mutinies. In countries discount. In palaces treason. And the bond cracked twixt son and father. Where hath seen the best of our time? Machinations, hollowness, treachery, and all ruinous disorders follow us disquieted to our graves. And the noble and true-hearted Kent, banished, his offence, honesty. Oh, 'tis strange.
This is the excellent opera of the world, that when we are sick in certain, often the surfeits of our own behaviour, we make guilty of our disasters the sun, the moon, and stars, as if we were villains on necessity, fools by Henry compulsion, and all that we are able in by divine thrustina. My father, compounded with my mother, under the dragon's tail, and my nativity was under Ursa Major, so that it follows. I am rough and lecherous. I should have been that I am, had the manliest star in the firmament twinkled on the bastardizing. Pat, it comes! My jaw is villainous melancholy, with a sigh like Tom of Bedlam. Oh! There's eclipses don't portend this to busy.
Oh no, Brother Edmund! What serious contemplation are you in?
I am thinking, brother, of a prediction I read this other day. What should follow these eclipses?
You'll busy yourself with that.
I promise you, the effects he writes of succeed unhappily. Whence I go, my father last.
The night gone by.
Back you with him.
Aye, 2 hours together.
Parted you in good terms, found you no displeasure in him. I wear your countenance.
Oh, look at that.
But thank yourself for you may have offended him, and at my entreaty forbear his presence until some little time hath qualified the head of his displeasure.
Some villain hath done me wrong.
That's my fare. Return with me to my lodging. From hence I will fitly bring you to hear my lord's spec. Pray you go. If you do stir abroad, go armed.
Armed, brother.
Brother, I advise you to the best. I have told you what I have seen and heard, but faintly. Nothing like the image in the horror of it. Pray go away.
Shall I hear from you or not?
I do serve you in this business. A credulous father and a brother noble, whose nature is so far from doing harms that he suspects none on whose foolish honesty my practice is right easy. I say the business, let me, if not by birth, have learned by wit, as witness met, that I can fashion fit.
Did my father strike my gentleman for trading up his foe? Aye, by day and night he wrongs me. Every hour he flashes into ungross crime or other that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it. His nights were riotous, and himself upbraids us on every trifle. When he returns from hunting, I will not speak with him. Say I am sick. If you come slack with farmer services, you shall do well. The fault of it I'll answer.
Madam, I hear her.
Put on with wearing negligence you plays, you and your fellows, but have it come to question. If he distastes it, let him to my sister, whose mind and mine I know in that are one. Remember what I said.
Very well, madam.
I'll write straight to my sister to hold my course. Prepare for dinner.
No, banished Kent. Thou canst serve where thou stand condemned. So we had come, my master, whom thou lovest, shall find thee full of labours.
No! You don't stay and talk at dinner. thou with us?
I do profess to be no less than I say. To serve him truly and put me in trust. To love him that is honest. To converse with him that is wise and says little. To fear judgment, to fight when I cannot choose. To eat no fish.
What wouldst thou?
Service.
Who wouldst thou serve?
You.
Thou lonely fellow.
No, sir. But you have that in your cutlass, which I would fain call master.
What's that?
All right.
Ooh. And what services canst do?
I can keep honest counsel, ride, run, mar curious tale telling, and deliver a plain message bluntly. That which ordinary men are fit for, I am qualified in. And the best of me is diligence.
Follow me, thou shalt serve me. They like me no worse after dinner, I'll not part from thee. Where's me nay? Fool, go you. I'll get her in fool. Oh, Sarah, there's me talk.
So, lazy.
Would not.
But Lord, I'm not what matter. But do we judge your Highness is not entertained that ceremonious offensive as you will want. There's a great maiden of kindness as well in your daughter.
Oh, sayest thou so?
I beseech you, pardon me, my lord, if I be mistaken, for my duty cannot be silent when I think your Highness wrong.
I have perceived a most faint neglect of late. I will look farther into it. But where's my foal? I have not seen him these 2 days.
Since me young lady's gone into France, sir, the fool hath lunch pined away.
No more of that. I've noted it well. Go you and tell me, doctor, I would spare you. Go you. Have Heather. Oh. Ah, you, sir. You. Come here, sir. Who am I, sir?
My lady's father.
Father, in Lord's name, you parson, dog, name, you cur!
Nothing, my lord. I beseech you pardon.
You bandy looks with me, you rascal!
I'll not be struck in my lord.
Nor tricked neither, you base football player.
I thank thee, fellow. Thou sonst me and I love thee.
Come, arise, away. I beseech you, differences. Away, away.
Oh, my friendly name, I thank thee. There's Ernest to thy service.
Let me hire it too.
Oh.
There's the coxcomb.
Oh, now, my pretty name. How dost thou?
Sarah, you would best take me coxcomb.
Why, boy?
Why? For taking one's part that's all to favour. Nay, and thou canst not smile as the wind sets. Thou'lt catch cold shortly. There, take me coxcomb. Why, this fellow has banished 2 on's daughters, and did the 3rd a blessing against his will. If thou follow him, thou must needs wear me coxcomb. Really, uncle, would I had 2 coxcombs and 2 daughters.
Why, my boy?
For if I gave them all me living, I'd keep me coxcomb myself. There's mine. Beg another of thy daughters.
Take heed, Sarah, of a whip.
Trust a dog must to kennel. He must be whipped out.
Sir, I'll take this fish.
Do.
Mark it, no dog. Have more than thou showest. Set less than thou throwest. Lend more than thou owest. Ride more than thou goest. Learn more than thou throwest. Spake less than thou knowest. Leave thy drink and thy whore, and keep in a door, and thou shalt have more than 2 tons to a score.
This is nothing, fool.
Then 'tis the breath of an unfed liar. You gave me nothing for it, uncle. Can you make no use of nothing?
Why, no, boy, nothing can be made out of nothing.
Prithee tell so much the rent of his land comes to, not believe a fool.
A bitter fool.
No. Give me an egg, and I'll give thee 2 crowns.
What 2 crowns shall it be?
After I have cut the egg in the middle and ate up the meat, the 2 crowns are the egg. Thou hast little wit and I bald crown, and thou gavest thy golden one away. Fools had ne'er less grace in a year, for wise men are grown foppish, and know not how their wits to bear, their manners are so apish.
When will you want to be so full of songs, Sirrah?
I've used it, uncle, ever since thou madest thy daughters thy mothers. Thou gavest them the rod, put down thine own branches, and they for sudden joy did weep, and I for sorrow sung, that such a king should little pay and go the fools among. Brother uncle, care a schoolmaster that can teach thy foal to lie. I would fain learn to lie.
When you lie, Sirrah, you'll have him whipped.
I marvel what kin thou and thy daughters are. They'll have me whipped for speaking true. They'll have me whipped for lying. And sometimes I'm whipped for holding me peace. I would rather be any kind of thing than a fool. And yet, I would not be vain, uncle. Thou hast pared thy wits on both sides and left nothing in the middle. Here comes one of the parents.
Now, daughter, makes that frontlet on. Methinks you are too much of late in the frown.
Thou wast a pretty fellow when thou hadst little need to care for her frowning. Now thou art an old without a figure. I am better than thou art now. I am full. Thou art nothing. Yes, forsooth, I will hold me tongue. So your face bids me, though you say nothing more.
Not only, sir, this, your our license full, but other of your insolent retinue to early cart and quarrel, breaking cart and rank, and not to be endured raids. Sir, I thought by making this well known to you to have found a safe address, but now grow fearful by what yourself too late have spoken done, that you protect this curse and put it on by your allowance, which if you should, the fault would not escape censure, nor the redresses slip, which in the tender of a wholesome whale might in their working do you that offence which else were shame, that then necessity will call disgrace proceeding.
For you know, Knuckle, the hedge sparrow fed the cuckoo so long, it's had its head bit off by its young.
Are you our daughter?
I would make use of your good wisdom and put away these dispositions which of late transpart you from what you rightly are.
May not an ass know when the cart draws the horse? I love thee.
Does any here know me? This is not Lear. Does Lear walk thus, speak thus, wear his eyes? Either his notion weakens, his discernment or lethargied. Waking, 'tis not so. Oh, who is it who can tell me who I am?
Lear's shadow.
I would learn that. For by the marks of sovereignty, knowledge, and reason, I should be false persuaded I had daughters.
This admiration, sir, is much of the savour of other your new pranks. I do beseech you to understand my purpose as aright, as you are old and reverend should be wise. Here do you keep 100 knights and squires, men so disordered, so debauched and old, that this, our cart, infected with their manners, shows like a riotous inn. Epicurism and lust makes this more like a tavern or a brothel than a graced palace. The shame itself doth speak for instant remedy. Be then desired by her that else will take the thing she begs. A little to disappoint to your train, and the remainders that shall still depend to best such men as may besart your age, which know themselves and you.
Darkness and devils! Shadowy horses! Call me train together! Degenerate bastard! I'll not trouble thee, yet have I left a daughter.
You strike my capo and your disordered rabble like servants of their betters.
Ingratitude! Thou marble-hearted fiend! More hideous when thou showest thee in a child than a sea monster!
Pray, sir, be patient.
Detested kite, thou liest! We train our men of choice and rarest parts, and all particulars of duty know, and in the most exact regard support the worships of their name. Ah, Small fowl, how ugly didst thou in Cordelia show, which, like an engine, wrenched me frame nature from the fixed place, drew from me hand all love and added to the gall. Ah, Lear, beat at that gate, but let thy folly in, thy dear judgment out. Go, me people.
Lord, my guiltless as I'm ignorant of what hath moved you.
Lord, may be so, my lord. Here, nature, here. Dear goddess, here. Suspend thy purpose if thou didst intend to make this creature fruitful. Into her womb convey sterility. Dry up in her the argons of increase, and from her delicate body never spring a babe to honor her. If she must teem, create a child of spleen, that it may live and be athwart this nature torment to her. Let it stamp wrinkles in the brow of youth, with kind tears fret shadows in the cheeks, turn all of another's pains and benefits to laughter and contempt, that she may feel how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to harm a thankless child. Away! Away!
No gods that we adore, whereof comes this?
Never afflict yourself to know more of it. But then it was as you have that scope as Joe gives it.
What? 50 of the followers at the clap within a fortnight.
What's the matter, sir?
I tell me! Oh, my death, I am ashamed that thou hast power to shape manhood thus. But these hot tears should make they worth them. Old Fundies, beware this cart again and pluck ye out. I have another daughter, who I am sure is kind and comfortable. But she shall hear this in pain. With her nails she'll flay thy wolfish visage. Thou shalt find that I resume the shape which thou dost think I have cast off forever.
You mark that.
I cannot base a partial God to the great love I bear you.
Pray you content. When all's lost all, this man had good counsel. 100 knights. 'Tis politic and safe to let him cape at point 100 knights. Yes, that on every drain, each buzz, each fancy, each complaint, dislike, he may enguard his dotage with their powers and hold our lives in mercy. Oswald, I say.
Well, you'll make there too far.
Sever, trust too far. I know his heart, but I have uttered I have writ my sister. She sustained him and his 100 knights when I showed them fitness. How now, Oswald? Have you heard that letter to my sister?
I madam.
Taking some company in a white horse, and from her clothes of my particular affair, and there to add such raisins of your own as may come back tomorrow. So get you gone. Hasten your return. No. This milky gentleness of horse of yours. Though I feel it not, with under pardon, ye are much marred task for want of wisdom than praise for harmful mildness.
How far your eyes may pierce, I cannot tell. Striving to better, oft we mar what's well.
Go and part to Gloucester with these letters. If your diligence be not speedy, I shall be there for you.
I will not sleep, my lord, till I deliver your letters.
Canst thou tell why Un's nose stands in the middle of Un's face?
No.
Why? To keep eyes of either side's nose. Now what a man cannot smell out, he may spy into.
I did her wrong.
Canst tell how an oyster makes his shell?
No.
Nor I neither, but I can tell why a snail has a pulse.
Why?
To put his head in, not to give it away to his daughters and leave his orange without a case.
I shall forget me nature. So kind father. Feed me horses ready.
Thy asses are gone about him. The reason why the 7 stars is no more than 7 is a pretty reason.
Because they are not 8.
Yes, indeed! Thou wouldst make a good fool! If thou wert my full uncle, I'd have thee baited for being old before thy time.
How's that?
Thou shouldst not have been old till thou hadst been wise.
Oh, let me not be mad. Sweet heaven, keep me in temper. I will not be mad.
Ready, my lord?
Come boy.
Save the Karen! And yo, sir, I have been with your father, and gin can notice that the dog of Cornwall and Regan, his duchess, will be here with him this night. Who comes that? Have you heard of no likely wars toward twixt the dogs of Cornwall and Albany? What? You may do that in time. Fare you well, sir. The dog may hear tonight. The better, best. This waves itself perforce into my business. Witness and farting work. Brother! A word! Descend! Brother, I say! My father watches. Oh, sir, fly this place. Intelligence is given for your head. You have now the good advantage of the night. Have you not spoken against the Duke of Cornwall? He's coming hither, now, in night, in haste, and Regan with him. Have you nothing said upon his party against the Duke of Albany? Advise yourself.
Shut on, not a word.
I hear the father calling! Pardon me, in cunning I must draw my sword upon you. Draw! Sam, to defend yourself. Now quit your well. Yeah! Call my father! Light! Ho! Here! Fly, brother. Tartan! Tartan! So very! Some blood drawn on me would beget opinion of my more fierce endeavour. I've seen drunkards do more than this in sport. Fire! Fire! Stop! Stop! No help!
No, Edmund, where is the villain?
Look, sir, I fled.
Edmund, where is the villain?
Fled this way, sir, when by no means he could.
Where's the go after? By no means what?
Persuade me to the murder of your lordship. Sir, in fine, seeing how laughing opposite I stood to his unnatural purpose, in fell mercy and with his prepared sword, had charged his home unprovided body, latched mine arm. And when he saw the best alarmed spirits, both in the quarrel's right, rose to encounter, whether gasped by the noise I made, full suddenly he fled.
Let him fly far. Not in this land shall he remain uncaught, and found dispatch. The noble Duke, my master, comes tonight. By his authority, I will proclaim it, that he which finds him shall deserve our thanks. The Duke's trumpet, I know not why he comes. All ports I'll bar. The villain shall not escape. The Duke must grant me that. Besides, his picture I'll set far and near, that all the kingdom may have due note of him and of my land. Loyal as that old boy, I'll work the men to make this table.
Oh, now, me noble friend, since I came hither, which I can call but know, I've heard strange news.
If it be true, all vengeance comes too short which can pursue the offender. How does my lord?
Oh, madam, my old heart's cracked. It's cracked.
What? Did my father's godson save your life? He whom my father named, your Edgar.
Oh, lady, shame would have it hid.
Was he not companion with the righteous knights that tended upon my father?
Oh, madam, I know not. 'Tis too bad, too bad.
Yes! Madam, he was of that consort.
No marvel then, though he were ill-affected, 'tis they have put him on the old man's debt to have the expense and spoil of his revenues. I have this present in
if they come to sojourn at my house, I'll not be there.
Nor I assure thee, Regan. Edmund, I hear that you have shown your father a childlike office.
It was my daughter, sire.
It is the rarest practice, and receptus hurt, you said, striving to upright hand.
Is he pursued?
I might be glad.
If he be taken, he shall never more be feared to do an harm. For you, Edmund, whose virtue and obedience doth this instant so much commend itself, you shall be ours. Natures of such deep trust we shall much need.
I shall serve you, sir. Truly, power else.
You, I thank him. For you, for him, I thank your grace.
You know not why we came to visit you?
Thus out of season, threading dark by night, to Cason's noble bluster of some price, wherein we must have use of your advice. Our father he hath writ, so hath our sister, of differences which I best thought it fit to answer from our home.
I serve you, madam. Your graces are right welcome.
Good dawn to you, friend. Art of this house?
Aye.
Prithee, where have they set our horses?
You're the mire.
Prithee, if thou lovest me, tell me.
I love thee not.
Why dost thou use me thus? I know thee not.
Fella, I know they.
What dost thou know me for?
A knave, a rascal, an eater of broken knees. A base, proud, shallow, beggarly, three-stupid, 100-pound, filthy worsted stocking knave. A lily-levered, accent-taking, whoreson, glass-gazing, super-serviceable, finical rogue. A knave, beggar, coward, pander, and the son and heir of a mongrel bitch. On my way to the clamorous whining, though deniest to thee syllablitis.
What a monstrous fellow art thou thus, to rail on one who is neither known of thee, nor knows thee.
What a brazen faced varlet art thou to deny thou knowest me? Is it 2 days since I tripped up thy heels, bade thee before the king? Draw, you rogue, for though it be night, yet the moon shines. I'll make a sop of the moon shine in you. Horsen, come me, barman, draw!
Away! I have nothing to do with it.
Draw, you rascal! Stand, rogue, and strike! You come with letters against the king! And knowing nothing like dogs who follow him, take vanity, put its part against the loyalty of your father. Draw, you rogue! Come your way!
Help! Oh, murder, murder!
Who you? What's the matter? Arms!
Weapons, arms, what's the matter?
Take place upon your lies, he dies and strikes again. What is the matter?
The messengers from my sister and the king.
What is your difference? Speak.
This ancient ruffian, sir, whose life I've spared, so to his grave here.
Thou horse and zed! Thou unnecessary letter. My lord, if you'll give me leave, I will trick this unbolted villain into a martyr and dog a wall of a jakes with him. Spare my great beard to wag tails!
Yes, Sarah. The basic name, know you no reverence?
Yes, sir. Sir. But anger hath a privilege.
Why are you angry?
Such a knave as this should wear a sword and wears no honesty. Smile in my speeches as I were a fool. Goose and I pick you upon certain plain and drive you cackling home to Camelot.
What, art thou mad, old fellow?
How fell you out? Say that.
No contraries hold more antipathy than I am such a knave.
Why dost thou call him knave? What is his fault?
His countenance likes me not.
No more perchance does mine, nor his, nor hers.
Sir, 'tis my occupation to be plain. I have seen better faces in the time that stands on any shoulder that I see before me this instant.
This is some fella who, having been praised for bluntness, doth affect a saucy roughness. These kind of knaves I know, which in this plainness harbour more craft and more corrupter ends than 20 silly-ducking observants that stretch their duties nicely.
Sir, I know I am no flatterer, but he that beguiled it in a plain accent is a plain knave.
What was the fence you gave him?
I never gave him any. It plays the king, his master verily, to strike at me upon his misconstruction, when he compact and flattered his displeasure, tripped me behind, being down, insulted, railed, and put upon him such a deal of man, worded him glad praises of the king, and in the flesh of an ugly dread exploit drew on me near again.
Fetch forth the stocks. You stubborn hasty knave, your reverend braggart will take you.
Sir, I am too old to learn. Call not your stocks for me. I serve the king, on whose employment I was sent to you. You shall do small respect, show too bold malice against the grazing person of me master, stock in his message.
Fetch forth the stocks. As I have life and honor, there shall he sit till noon.
Till noon. Till night, my lord, and all night too.
My madam, if I were your father's dog, you should not use me so.
Sir, being his knave, I will.
Say, your grace, not to do so. The king, his master, must needs take it ill that his messengers so restrained.
I'll answer that.
A sister may receive it much more worse to have her gentleman abused, assaulted, and my lord away.
I'm sorry for the pardon. 'Tis the duke's pleasure, whose disposition all the world well knows, will not be wrong or so, added trade.
Prithee, do not, sir. I have watched him travel hard. Sometime I shall snake out, and the rest I'll whistle. Give you good morning.
The duke's to blame in this. 'Twill be ill taken.
Approach, though begging, it is under low. With white eyed comfortable babes I may peruse this letter. You can almost say miracles with misery. I know 'tis from Carpavia, who has most fortunately been informed of my obscure course. Farther and good night. Smile once more. Turn that way.
I heard myself proclaimed, and by the happy home of a tray escaped the hunt. No heart is free, no place that guard and most unusual vigilance does not attend the taking. As I may escape, I will preserve myself, and in my thought take the basest and most poorest shape that e'er penury and contempt of man brought near to base. My face I'll grime with filth, blanket beloins, elf-only hairs and knots, and with presented nakedness I'll face the winds and persecutions of the sky. The country gives me proof and precedence of bedlam beggars, who with roaring voices, sometimes with lunatic bands, sometimes with prayers enforce their charity. Part early God! Part Tom! That's something yet. Edgar, I nothing am!
Strange that they should so depart from home and not send back a messenger.
As I learned the night before, there was no purpose in him of this remove.
Hail today, noble master.
This load is shame. Last time.
No, my lord.
He wears cruel garters.
What seems that there's so much like the place mistook to send me here?
It's both hay and shame, my lord. Your son and daughter.
No.
Yes.
No, I
I
say.
say yea.
By Jupiter, I swear no.
By Juno, I swear I.
They durst not do it. They could not. Would not do it. 'Tis worse than murder to do upon respect such violent outrage.
And my lord, when at their home I did commend your highness letters to them, came there a reeking host, stewed in his haste, half breakfast, panting forth from Gunriver's mistress' salutations, and meeting here that other messenger, being the very fellow which of late displayed so saucily against your highness, I having more man than wit about me drew. He raised the house with loud and coward cries. Your son and daughter found this trespass worth the shame which share its sorrows.
Winter's not gone yet as the wild geese do fly that way. Fathers that wear rags will make their children blind, but fathers that bear bags will see their children kind. Fortunate torn, there turns the key in the door. But for all this, thou shalt have as many dollars for thy daughters as thou canst tell in a year.
Where is this daughter?
With the Earl, sir, here with him.
Follow me not. Stay here.
Make him no more offence than what you speak of.
None. How chance the king comes with so small a number?
just well deserved it.
Why for?
All those that follow their noses are led by their eyes, but blind men. And there's not a nose among 20 but can smell hemness. Let go thy hold as a great wheel runs down the hill, lest it break thy neck with following. But the great one that goes upward, let him draw thee after. When a wise man gives thee better counsel, give me mine again. I would have none but Ned's use it, since a fool gives it. That sir which serves and seeks for gain and foes but for form will pack when it begins to rain and lay thee in a storm. But I will tarry, the fool will stay, and let the wise man fly. The net turns full that runs away, the fool no never die.
Where learned you this, fool?
Not in the stocks, fool.
Nice! Spit with me! Oh, they're sick! They're weary. They travel all the night. Your fetches. Fetch me a better answer.
My dear lord, you know the fiery quality of the Duke, how unremovable and fixed he is in his own powers.
Vengeance! Slay! Death! Confusion! Fire! What quality? What Gloucester! Gloucester. I'd speak to you, Cornwall and his wife.
Well, my good lord, I have so informed them.
Informed them? Dost thou understand me, man?
Aye, my good lord.
The king would speak to Cornwall. The dear father would with his daughter speak. Command, tend, service. Are they informed of this? By breath and blood? No. But not yet. Maybe he is not well. Infirmity doesn't yet neglect our office where to our health is bound. Oh, death of his state! Wherefore should he sit here? This act persuades me that this remotion of the Duke and her is practice only. Give me the silent bard! Go, tell the Duke and his wife I'd stay with them now, presently. Beat them, come back and hear me. For at the chamber door I beat the drum till it cries sleep to death.
And would have all well betwixt you.
Oh, my heart, my rising heart, but down. Good morrow to you both.
Hail to your grace.
I'm glad to see your highness.
Regan, I think you are. I know what reason you have to think so. Thou shouldst not be glad. I would divorce thee from my mother's tools of outbreak and adulteress. Are you free? Some other time for that. Beloved Regan, thy sister is not. Oh, Regan, she hath tied sharp tooth on kindness like a vulture here. I can scarce speak to thee. Thou not believe we have a crave equality. Oh, Regan.
I pray you, sir, take patience.
Hey, what's that?
I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation. If, sir, perchance she had restrained the rights of your followers to on such ground and to such wholesome end as cleared her from all blame.
Big cursings on her.
Oh, sir, you are old. You should be ruled and led by some discretion that discerns her step better than you yourself. Therefore, I pray that to the sister you do make return. Say you have wronged her.
Oh, ask her forgiveness. Dear daughter, I confess I am old. Age is unnecessary. On my knees, I beg that you vouchsafe me raiment dead and full.
Good sir, no more. These are unsightly tricks. Return me to my sister.
Never, Regan. She hath abated me of happy train. All the starred vengeances of heaven fall on her ingrateful top.
Aye, sir, aye.
You nimble lightnings dart your blinding flames into her scarlet eyes. Infect her beauty, your fen-sucked fogs, drawn by the powerful sun to fall and blister.
Oh, the blessed God, so that you wish on me when the rash night is on.
No, Regan, I thou shalt never have hearts. Thy tender-hearted nature should not give thee aught of harshness. Her eyes are fierce. Thy comfort, a burden. 'Tis not indeed a grudge me pleasure to cut off the train. Thou better knowest the offices of nature, dues of gratitude. I have the kingdom, as thou not forgot, wherein I thee endowed.
Good sir, to the purpose.
Who put my man into stocks?
Is your lady home?
Ah, this is a knave whose easy borrowed pride dwells in the sickly grace that hurry follows. Out, varted from me sight.
What means your grace?
Who stopped me servant? Regan, I have good hope thou didst not know it. Who comes here? Ah, heavens! Oh, if you do love old men, if your sweet sway allow obedience, if you yourselves are old, make it your cause. Send down, take me hard. Art not ashamed to look upon this beard? Oh, Regan, thou take her by the hand.
Why not by the hand, sir? How would I offend it?
Sight, you are too tough. Will you yet hold? How came me man in the stock?
I set him there, sir, but his own disorders deserve much less advancement.
You? Did you?
Pray, Father, being made same so. If till the expiration of your monarchy you will return and sojourn with my sister, dismiss and pack your train, come then to me. Or you now from home and out to that provision which shall be made full for your entertainment.
Return to her and 50 men dismissed? No. Rather, I enter our rules and choose to be a comrade with a wolf and owl. Return to her? Why, the pot-blooded France, and dowerless to our youngest one, I could as well have brought to me his throne, and squire a pension beg to keep facing life afoot.
At your choice, sir.
I'm ready, daughter. Do not make me mad. I will not trouble thee, child. Farewell. I will no more make, will no more say one another. Yet thou art in flesh, me blood, me daughter, or rather a disease that's in me flesh, that I must needs call mine. Thou art a boy, a plague sar, an embossed carbuncle in me corrupted blood. I am not trying thee. Let shame come when it will. I do not call it. I can be patient. I can stay with Regan. I and me 100 knights.
Not altogether so. It is not for you yet, nor provided for your fit welcome. Give air, sir, to my sister, for she knows what she does.
This were spoken.
And dear attention, sir. What? 50 followers? Is it not well? What need should you have a more nay or so many sick folk charge and dangers faking so great a number? How in one house should many people under two commands hold amity? 'Tis hard, almost impossible.
Why might not you, my lord, receive attendance from those that shake house servants or from me?
Why not, my lord? If then they chance to slap you, we could control them. If you will come to me, for now I spite a danger, I entreat you bring but 5 and 20 to no more will I give place or notice.
I gave you.
And in good time you gave it.
Make you the guardians, be the depositaries. But kept the reservation to be followed such a number? What? Must I come here 5 and 20 Regan? Set you so.
And spake again, my lord, no more with it.
Ah, those wicked creatures. Yet you look well favored, but others are more wicked. Ah, I'll go with thee. Thy 50, yet the double 5 and 20. Thou art twice her love.
Hear me, my lord. What nature 5 and 20, 10 or 5? To follow in a house where twice so many have a command to tend you.
What made on?
Oh, reason not the need. Our basest beggars are in the poorest things superfluous. A lot of nature more than nature needs. Man's life's as cheap as beasts. But thou art a lady. If go war with gorgeous, why nature needs not but thou gorgeous wearest. It scarcely keeps thee warm. Ah, but for true need, heaven, give me the patience. Patience I need. You see me here, you gods. Poor old man is full of grief as age, wretched in both. If it be you that stirs these daughters' hearts against their father, fool me not so much to bear it tamely. No, you unnatural hags! Oh, I would have such revenges on you both that all the world shall. I will do such things. What they are, I know not, but they shall be the terror of the earth. You think I weep? I do not weep. I have full cause of weeping. But this heart shall break into 100,000 flaws. I weep.
From rest and must needs taste his folly.
For his particular overseeing glad that would not hold followers.
So am I, purpose. Where's my Lord Gloucester?
Followed the old man forth. He is returned.
The king is in high rage.
His interest to give him way, he lays himself.
My lord, entreated by no maids to stay. Alack, the night comes on. The highways do swing with full for many miles about their scarce of bush.
Search at your doors.
What they should consist to being apt to have his air of youth. Wisdom bids fair.
Shut up your doors, my lord. To the wild night. The raven counsels well. Come out of the storm.
Who's there? Besides foul weather.
Well, minded like the weather. Most unquiet then.
I know you. Where's the king?
Contending with the threatful elements. Bids the wind blow the earth into the sea. That things might change or cease. Tears his white hair, which the impetuous blast with oilous rage, catching their fury and make nothing of. Strives in his little world of man to outscorn the to and fro conflicting wind and rain.
But who is with him?
Well, none but the foe who labors to adjust his heart-struck interest.
Sir, I do know you, and dare commend and dare thing to you. If you shall seek for Delia, sure in this ring, and she will tell you who that fella is, yet you do not know. If I am started, I will go seek the king.
Give me your hand. Have you no more to say?
Few words to effect more than I'll get. If when we have found the king, you and your pants that way, my miss. He the first lights on him, follow the other.
Blow wind and crack your chains! Rage! Blow!
not such nights as these.
Let the great gods keep this dreadful cut over our eyes. Find out your enemies now. Close pent-up guilt. Writhe your concealing countenance and cry these dreadful summoners grace. I am a man more sinned against than sinning.
Gracious my lord, hard by here is the home. Some friendship will endanger against the tempest. Repose you there.
Let's begin, sir. Oh, come on, boy. How does me, boy? Lord, cold self. Now, your hobble. I have one part in my heart, sorry yet today.
This is a brave night to call a courtesan. I'll speak a prophecy ere I go. When press are more in words than matter, when brewers mar their malt with water, when nobles are their tailors' tutors, no heretics burned, but wenches' suitors. When every case in law is right, no squire in debt, nor no poor knight. When slanders do not live in tongues, and cut purses come not to throngs. When usurers tell their gold in the field, and bawds and whores did churches build, then shall the realm of Albion come to great confusion. Then comes the time who lives to say it, that going shall be used with faith. Oh, no, this prophecy Merlin shall speak, for I live before his time.
Alack, I like not narrow dealing. When I desired their live that I might get to him, they took from me the use of my own house, charged me on pain of perpetual displeasure, never to speak of him and tread for him or any way sustain him.
Most savage and unnatural.
Go to, say you know. There is division between the dukes, and a worse matter than that. I have received a letter this night, dangerous to be spoken. The injuries the king now bears will be revenged on him. There is part of a poor already footed. Go you and maintain talk with the duke. If he ask for me, I am ill and go to bed. I die for it, if no less is threatened. The king, my master, must be relieved. There is strange things toward Edmund. I pray you, be careful.
This courtesy forbid them. Shall the duke instantly know? And all that letter told. This sends a fair deserving and must draw me. That which my father loses, no less than I. The younger rises when the old doth bow. Here's the place, my lord. Good my lord, enter.
Great man,
I'd rather break my own. Good my lord, enter.
thou thinkst as much that this contentious storm invades to the skin. So 'tis to thee. Where the greater malady is fixed, the lesser is scarce felt. The tempest in me mind, but from me senses take I'll feel it else, and in what beats there, filial ingratitude. No, I will weep no more. Such a night to shut me out. Pour on, I will endure. Such a night as this. Oh, God, thy old kind father, whose frank heart gave all ponder on things would hurt me worse. But I'll go in wide. Go first. Thou houseless poverty. Nay, get thee in, I'll pray. And then I'll sleep. Poor naked wretches. They're so anymore. Goodbye to the pelting of this pitiless star. How should your houseless heads, unfed sides, your looped and windowed raggedness defend you from seasons such as this? Oh, I have taken little care of this. Take physic, pomp, expose myself to feel what wretches feel.
And art thou come to this? Who gives anything to poor Tom, whom the foul fiend hath led through fire, through flame, through ford and whirlpool, or bog and quagmire? Oh, bless their five wits, Tom's a cold. Oh, thee, do, dee, do, dee. Bless thee from whirlwinds, to poor Tom some charity whom the foul fiend vexeth. There could I have him now! And there! And there! And there! And there again! And there!
This daughter's brought into this pass. Couldst thou say nothing? Couldst thou give him all?
Nay, he reserved a blanket, else we'd been all shame.
Now, all the plagues that in the pendulous air hang fated o'er men's faults, light on thy daughters.
He had no daughter, sir.
Oh, deaf traitor! Nothing could have subdued nature to such a lowness with his unkind daughters. Is it the fashion that discarded fathers should have such little mercy on their flesh?
This cold night will turn us all to fools and madmen.
Take heed of the foul fiend. Obey thy parents. Keep thy words, Justice. Commit not, swear not, with man's sworn spouse. Oh, Tom's a cold.
What can it be?
A serving man, proud of heart and mind, that served the lust of a mistress's heart, and did the act of darkness with her. Swore as many oaths as I spake words, and broke them in the sweet face hand. One that slept in the contriving of lust, and waked to do it. Wine loved I deeply, dice dearly. Fogs of heart, right to bear, bloody of hand, a hog in sloth, a fox in stealth, a wolf in greediness, dog in madness, lion in prey. Keep thy foot out of brothels, repel from packets, repel from manners' books, and defy the foul fiend.
Thou art better than slave than to answer with thy uncovered body this extremity of the skies. Thou is man no more than this. Thou art the thing itself. Unaccommodated man is no more but such a poor, bare, fat animal as thou art. Off the lendings come with unbuttoned hair.
Really, uncle, be contented. Not to the naughty nights to swim in.
Ah, this is the Liberty gibbet that begins at curfew and walks to the first cock.
How fares me, master?
What's he?
Who's there? What is it you say?
What are you there, your name?
Poor Tom, who eats the swimming frog, the toad, the tadpole, the mongoose, and water. And in the fury of his heart, when the wolf fiend rages, eats cow dung for salads, swallows the old rat of a ditch dog, drinks the green mantle of the standing pool, who's whipped and stocked and punished and imprisoned.
What hath your grace no better company?
The Prince of Darkness is a gentleman. Modo he's called, and Maho.
Our flesh and blood, my lord, is grown so vile that to hate what gets it.
Oh, Tom's a cold.
But what it would be? My duty cannot suffer to obey in all your daughter's heart commands, though their injunction be to bar my doors and let this tyrannous night take hold on you. Yet have I ventured to forsake you out and bring you where both food and fire is ready.
First, let me talk with this philosopher. What is the cause of thunder?
Good my lord, take his offer. Go in the house.
What is thy study?
How to prevent the fiend and kill vermin.
Let me ask one word.
Importantly once more, go, my lord. His wits began to unsettle.
Canst thou blame him? His daughter saved his life. Oh, that Kent. He said it would be thus. Poor banished man. You say the king grows mad. I'll tell thee, friend. I'm almost mad myself. I had a son. Now I'll go for my blood. He sought my life, but lately, very late, I loved him. Friend, no father his son dare. True to tell thee, the grief that praised my wits, oh, what a night for this! I thought the central praise!
By mercy, sir. No philosopher, your company.
Tom's a cold.
In, fellow, there, into the hovel, keep their word!
Come, let's in.
This way, my lord.
With him, I will keep still. Me philosopher.
Good my lord, soothe him. Let him take the fellow.
Take him, you all.
Sirrah, come on, go along with us.
Child rolling to the dark tower came, and his word was still, "Fie, foe, fun, I smell the blood of a British man."
I will have my revenge ere I depart his house.
This is the letter which he spoke of, which approves him an intelligent party of the advantages of France. Oh, heavens, that this treason were not I the detector.
Go with me to the Duchess.
If the matter of this paper be certain, you'll have might the business in hand.
Draw more foul, so that made the Earl of Gloucester. Seek out where thy father is, that he may be ready for our apprehension.
If I find him comforting the king, it will stop his suspicion more fully. I will put summer in the curse of loyalty, though the conflict be stirred, between that and not love.
I will lay trust upon thee, and thou shalt find a dearer father in my love.
Air is better than the open air. Take it thankfully. I'll pace out the comfort with what it did say in my hand.
Oh, the power of his wits has given way to his impatience. The gods reward their kindness.
Calls me, tells me Nero's an angler in the lake of darkness. Pray, innocent, and defy the foul fiend.
Prithee, nuncle, tell me whether a madman be a gentleman or a yeoman.
King. A king.
No, he's a yeoman that has a gentleman for a son, or he's a mad yeoman that sees his son a gentleman before him.
My tears begin to take his part so much they mar my counterfeiting.
Little dogs and all, Tray, Blanche, and sweetheart, see. Oh, they bark at me.
Tom will throw his head at him. Avaunt, you curs! Cease! Cease! March to wakes and fairs and market towns. Poor Tom, thy horn is dry.
Then let them anatomize free. See what breathes about her heart. Is there any cause in nature that makes these hard hearts? You, sir, I entertain to be one of my hundreds. Only I do not like the fashion of your garments.
Now, good my lord, lie here and rest a while.
Make no noise. Make no noise. Draw the curtains. So, we'll go to supper in the morning.
And I'll go to bed at noon.
Come hither, friend. Where is the king, my master?
Here within. But trouble him not, his wits are gone.
Good friend, I pray take him in thy arms, and overheard plot of death upon him, and drive to Dover, friend, where thou shalt make of welcome and protect him.
Oppressed native slaves. His rest might get him bound his broken sinews, but if convenience allowed a last standing heart.
Come on, sir. Help to bear thy master. We must not stay behind.
Come away.
Oh, alone suffers most in the mind. Leave frail things and happy shows behind. But then, the mind, much sufferance to our skin, when grief hath mates and barren fellowship. How light and portable my pain seems now, when that which makes me bend makes the king bow. He, child, is I, father, Tom. Away, mark the high noises and thyself array. With wrong opinion and false thoughts defile thee, in thy just proof, repeal and reconcile thee. What more they have tonight? Safe scape the king. Lurk! Lurk!
Go speedily to my lord your husband, show him this letter. The army of France is landed. Seek out the traitor Gloucester.
Hang him instantly. Pluck out his eyes.
Favour to my displeasure. Edmund, keep your sister company. The revenges we are about to take upon your traitor's father are not fit for your beholden. Our post shall be swift and intelligent betwixt us. Farewell, dear sister. Farewell, my lord of Gloucester. How now, where is the king?
My lord of Gloucester hath conveyed him hence, and 5 or 6 and 30 of his knights have gone with him toward Dover, where they boast to have well-armed friends.
Get horses for your mistress.
Farewell, sweet lord and sister.
Edmund, farewell. Go seek the traitor Gloucester. Pinion him like a thief, bring him before us. Though well we may not pass upon his life without the form of justice, yet our power shall do a courtesy to our wrath. Who's there? The traitor!
Ungrateful fox, 'tis he.
Point fast his carky arms.
What means your graces? Consider you are my guests. Do me no foul there, friend.
What do I say?
Hard, hard, filthy traitor.
Merciful ladies, you are a null.
Whose chair biting?
I am your host. With robbers' hands, my hospitable favours, you should not ruffle thus. What will you do?
Come, sir. What letters have you laid from France?
The civil answer, for we know the truth.
And what confederacy have you with the traitors laid footed in the kingdom?
To whose hands you have sent the lunatic king? Speak.
I have a letter, guessingly set down, which comes from unnets of a neutral heart and not from one opposed.
And false.
Where hast thou sent the king?
To Dover.
Wherefore to Dover? Was thou not charged at peril?
Wherefore to Dover? Let him answer that.
I'm tied to the stake and I must stand the course.
Wherefore to Dover?
Because I would not see that cruel nails pluck out his poor old eyes, or like first sister in his anointed flesh, his boorish fangs. If wolves had at thy gate howled that stern time, thou shouldst have said, good part, return the cave. All crews else subscribe, but I shall say the winged vengeance, or take such children.
Say shalt thou never.
Oh!
Fellows, hold the chair. Upon these eyes of thine, I'll set thee foot.
Oh, give me some help!
One side will lump another, the other two.
If you seek vengeance.
Hold your hand, my lord. I've served you ever since I was a child, but better service have I never done than now to bid you home. How now, you dog? You did wear a beard on your chin. I'll shake it on this quarrel. What do you mean?
My villain.
Nay, then come on and take the chance of anger. Give me the blade. Peasant, stand up, dog! Oh, I am slain. My lord, you have all I left to set some mischief on him.
Lest it seem marred for vengeance. Out, violent jelly!
Oh, Oh, my faulings. The dead gods abuse, God forgive me that and prosper me.
Go! Thrust him out the gates! Let him smell his way to Dover! How is Willard? How look
I
it?
receive the heart. Follow me, lady. Turn out this eyeless villain. Throw this slave upon the dunghill. Reagan, I blade apace. Untie me, come to this heart. Give me your arm.
Yet, better thus, and known to be content, than still contemned and flattered. The lowest, most dejected thing of heart stands still in esperance, does not in fail. The lamentable changes from the best, the worst returns to laughter. Who comes here? Who? The father, poorly led. World. Oh, world.
Oh, my good Lord. I've been your tenant and
Away!
your father.
Get thee away! Good friend, beg bomb. Thy comforts can do me no good at all. They may hurt.
You cannot see your way.
I have no way and therefore want no eyes. I stumbled when I saw, oh dear son, Edgar, the food of thy abused father's wrath. Might I but say thee in my touch, I'd say an eyes again.
Oh, who's there?
Oh, God. Who can say I am at the worst? I am worse than ever I was.
Poor Mad Tom.
And worse I may be yet. The worst is not so long as we can say this is the worst.
Fellow, where goest?
Is it to back our man?
Aye, madman and beggar too.
In the last night's storm I such a fellow saw, which made me think a man's a world. My son came then into my mind, and yet my mind was then scarce friends with him. I have heard more since.
How should this be? Bless thee, master.
Is it the naked fellow?
Aye.
Oh, get me away. If for my sake thou wilt go take us hence, my little road to Dover, do it for ancient love, and bring some povering for this naked fellow, which I'll entreat to lead me.
Alack, sir, he is mad.
As the times plague when madmen laid the blind. Do as I bid thee, or do thy pleasure, both the rest are gone.
I'll bring him the best apparel that I have. Come on, what will?
Sirrah, naked fellow!
Arms are cold. Oh, thank God and further.
Come here, now, fellow.
And yet I must. Oh, bless thy sweet eyes, they bleed.
Knowest thou the way to Dover?
Both stile and gate, horseway and footpath, poor Tom had been scared out of his wits. Oh, bless thee, good man, son from the foul fiend.
Here, take this purse. That I am wretched makes there the happier. Heaven's deal so still, so distribution till unto excess, and each man have enough. Knowest thou Dora?
Aye, master.
There is a cliff whose high bending head looks earthly in the confining door. Bring me but to the very rim of it, and I'll repair the misery thou bearest with something rich of that night. From that place I shall no lady need.
Give me your arm. Poor Tom shall lead thee.
Welcome, my lord. The marvel or my husband not has on the way. Now, where's your master?
Madam Thing, never man to change. I told him of the army I was lacking. He smiled at it. I told him you were coming, and his answer was the worst. Of Gloucester's treachery and the loyal service of his son. When I informed him, he called me soft and told me I had turned the wrong side out. What most he should dislike seems pleasant to him, but like offensive.
Then shall you go no further. 'Tis the cowish, terrorist spirit that dares not undertake. Back evident to my brother, pacing his musters and conduct his powers. I must change arms at home and give the distaff into my husband's hands. This trusty servant shall pass between us, ere long we will tear, if you dare venture in your own behalf, a mistress's command. Wear this. Spare space. Incline your head. This kiss, if it dares fail, would stretch thy spirits up into the air. Come say, and fare well.
Yours, in the ranks of death.
My most dear Gloucester. Oh, the difference of man and man. They a woman's services are due. My fool usurps my body.
Madam, you're alarmed.
I have been worth the whistle.
Oh, God, you are not worth the dust which the rude wind blows in your face. I fear your disposition. She that herself will sliver and disbranch from her material sap, her force must wither and come to deadly use.
No more, the text is foolish.
Wisdom and goodness to the wild seem wild. Tigers, not daughters. What have you performed? A father and a gracious aged man whose reverence e'en the head looked bare with lick. Most barbarous, most degenerate have you married. Could my good brother suffer you to do it?
Milk-livered man, that beareth to shake for blows, a head for wrongs, who hast not in thy brow an eye discerning thine honour from thy suffering. Where's thy drum? France spreads his banners in our noiseless land, with plumage helm thy slayer threats begins, whilst thou, a marrow fool, sit still and cries, that boy does he so?
See thyself, devil. Proper deformity shows not in a fiend, so hard as in woman.
Oh, vain fool.
Though changed in self-covered thing for shame, bemonster not thy features. Were it me fitness to let these hands obey me blood, they are apt enough to dislocate and tear thy flesh and bones. Where thou art a fiend, a woman's shape doth shave thee.
Oh, marry your manhood.
What knows?
Oh, good my lord, the Duke of Cornwall's dead, slain by his servant going to put out the other eye of Gloucester.
Gloucester's eyes.
This letter, madam, craves a speedy answer.
'Tis from your sister. One way I like this well. But being widow, and my Gloucester with her, I'll write an answer.
Where was his son when they did take his eyes?
Who's my lady hither?
He is not here.
No, good lord, I meant back again.
Knows he the wickedness?
Either, good lord, 'twas he informed against him, and quit the house on purpose, that their punishment might have the fair course.
Gloucester, I live to thank thee for the love thou showedst the king, and to revenge thine eyes. Come hither, friend. Tell me what boy knows.
Alack, 'tis he. Why, he was met in no as mad as the vaccine, singing aloud in the sustaining corn. A sentry sent for. Search every acre of this high-grown vale and bring him to our eye. What can men's wisdom in restoring his bereaved sense? Pay that helps him. Take all the outward work.
There is maids, madam, or foster nurse of nature is proposed, the which he lacks, than to provoke in him are many simples operative whose power will close the eye of anguish.
How blessed secrets. All yon published virtues of the earth spring with my tears. Be agent and remediate in the good man's desires. Sing for him, lest his ungoverned rage dissolve the life that wants the mains to lade it.
No, madam! The British powers are marching hitherward!
'Tis known before. Our preparation stands in expectation of him. Oh, dear father, it is thy business that I go about. Therefore great France me mourning and important tears hath pitied. No blown ambiscon doth our arms in sight, but love, dear love, and our aged father's right. Soon may I hear and say him,
Retarder Brothers Carl sent forth. I, madam, himself in person there. Madam, with much ado. Your sister is the better soldier. Lord Edmund spake not of your lord at home. No, madam. What might my sister's letter impart to him? I know not, lady. Faith, he's posted in some serious matter. 'Twas great ignorance Gloucester's eyes being out to let him live. Where he arrives, he moves all hearts against us. Edmund, I think, is gone in pity of his misery to dispatch his native life. I must need that, madam, with my letter. Our troops set forth tomorrow. Stay with us. The ways are dangerous. I may not, madam. My discharge of my duty in this business.
Why should she write to Edmund?
Might you not transport the purposes of her letter by word, be like some things I know not what? Oh, look me much, let me unseal the letter.
Madam,
I know your lady does not love her husband. I am sure of that. And in her late being here, she gave strange Elliot's and most speaking looks to noble Edmund. I know you are of her bosom.
Aye, madam.
Speaking understanding. You are a note, therefore I do advise you take this note. My lord is dead. Edmund and I have talked, and more convenient is he for my hand than for your lady's. You may gather more. If you do find him, pray, give him this. And when your mistress hears thus much from you, I pray, desire her to call for wisdom to her. So fare you well. If you do chance to hear of that blind traitor, preferment falls on him that cuts him off.
Would I should meet madam, I should show what party I should follow.
Fare thee well.
When should I come to the top of that same hill?
You do climb up it now. Look how we labour.
Methinks the ground is even.
Horrible steep. Hark! Do you hear the sea?
No, truly.
Why then your other senses grow imperfect by your eyes' anguish.
So it may be indeed. Methinks your voice is altered and you speak in better phrase and matter than thou didst.
You're much deceived, and noting am a change within me garments.
Methinks you're better spoken.
Come, sir, here's the place. Oh, stand still. How fairful and dizzy 'tis to cast one's eyes so low. The crows and chaws that wing the midway air shall scarce so gross as beetles. The fishermen that walk upon the beach appear like mice, and the murmuring surge that on the unnumbered idle pebble chafes cannot be heard so high.
Oh, set me where you stand.
Oh, come, give me your hand. Here's the place. You're now within a foot of the extreme verge.
Let go my hand. Friend, here's a jewel, well worth a poor man's taking. Go thou farther on, bid me farewell, and let me hear thee go.
Farewell, sir!
With all my heart.
Why I do trifle with his despair is done to cure it.
Oh, you mighty gods. This world I do renounce, and in your sight shake patiently my great affliction off. If I could bear it longer and not fall to quarrel with your great horseless winds, my snuff and loathing part in nature would burn itself out. If Edgar live, oh bless him. Now fellow, fare thee well!
Had he been where he thought, by this had thought been past. Alive? Dead? Oh, you, sir! Friend! Speak you! Thus might he pass indeed. Oh, but look! Look! Oh, he revives. What are you, sir?
Oh dear, let me die.
That miracle! Speak yet again!
Have I fallen low?
From the dread summit of this chalky barn, do but look up. The shrill-gorged lark so far cannot be seen or heard. Do but look up.
Alack, I have no eyes. Is wretchedness deprived of benefit to end itself by death?
So, how is... Feel you your legs? You stand.
Oh well, oh well.
This is a hope of strangeness. Upon the crown of the cliff, what thing was that parted from you?
A poor unfortunate beggar.
Oh, as I stood here below, I thought it was some fiend. Therefore, think, thou happy father, that the clearest gods that make the honours of men's impossibilities have preserved thee.
I do remember now. Henceforth I'll bear affliction till it to cry out of itself, enough, enough, and die. That's I knew to say, God. I took it for a man who often say the fame, and led me to that place.
They're free and pacey and thought. Comes in. Oh, the safer sense will never accommodate his master thus.
No, I cannot touch an hand between. I am the king himself.
Oh, those sight-piercing sight.
And nature is above art in that respect. There's thy press money. Look, a mouse! Peace! Peace. This piece of toasted cheese with dood. And there's the gauntlet. I'll prove it will enjoy it. Bring out the brown bells.
I know that boy.
Ah, Donald! Ah, flattered me like a dog. As to say, I have not everything I said. The rain gave to wet me once, and the wind would make me chatter. When thunder would not peace, and me big. There I found them. There I smelled them out. Go to, they are not men of their words. They told me it was everything. 'Tis a lie. I'm not ague-proof.
The trigger voice I so well remember. Is it not the case?
Aye, every inch keep. When I do stand, see how the subject quits. I pardon that man's life. Oh, what was thy cause? Adultery. I shall not die. Die for adultery? No, the rain goes to it. And a small-headed fly that lecher in me sight. Let copulation thrive. But Gloucester's bastard son was kinder to his daughters than kinder to his father and me daughters. They got between the lava sheets, and there's heaven, there's darkness, there's the sufferer's pit, burning, sky, stench, consumption, fire, 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 fire. Give me an answer, Civet. I've got apothecary, sweeten the imagination. And then there's money for me.
Oh, let me kiss that hand.
Well, let me wipe it first. Smells mortality.
Oh, that woman pecks in nature. This great world just so out to naught. Dost thou know me?
I remember thine eyes well enough. Dost thou squint at me? Here. Read those. Challenge. You mark with the penny of it.
We're only letters sins I could not say.
You would not take this for report. It is in my heart breaks at it.
Read.
What are the case by?
Oh, are you there with me? No, eyes in your head. No money in your purse. Your eyes are in a heavy case. Your purse is in a light. Yet you see how this world goes.
I say it fairly.
Oh, I'm mad. Man must see how this world goes with no eyes. But with thine ears, say how young justice rails on young simple faith. Change places and handy-dandy, which is the justice, which is the thief? I've seen a farmer's dog bark at a beggar,
Aye, sir.
and the creature run from the car. There hast thou behold the great image of authority. The dogs obeyed in office. Thou, rascal thief, hold thy bloody hand. Why dost thou lash that hard? Strip thine own back. Oh, thou hotly lust to use her in that kind for which thou wouldst turn. Through tattered clothes, great vices do appear of robes and fur gowns high now. Get the glass eyes, and like the skirt of competition, seem to see things thou dost not.
Matter and impertinency mixed, reason and madness.
If thou wilt me fortunes, take my eyes. I know them well enough. My name is Gloucester.
Oh,
You must be patient. We came crying hither. Thou knowest, the first time we smell the air, we wail and cry. I'll preach to thee. Mark, when we are born, we cry that we are come to this great stage of fools. I'll put it in proof. And when I'm storm upon his son-in-laws, then kill!
Your most dear daughter.
To rescue what? A prisoner? I am even a natural fool of fortune. Use me well, you shall have ransom. Let me have surgeons. I have cut to the brain.
You shall have anything.
Come, I am a king, masters, know you that?
You are a royal one, and we obey you.
Oh, then there's life in it. And you get it, you shall get it by running.
Cyclo's peddler and meanest wretch has spoken of the king. Thou hast the daughter who redeems nature from the general personage twain and brought it to.
Hail, gentle sir.
Sir, speed you what you will.
But by your favour, how near is the other army?
There, and on speedy foot, the main disgrace stands in the only thought.
Thank you, sir, that's all.
So that the queen of special cause is here, her army is moved on.
Thank you, sir.
You ever gentle thoughts, take my breath from me. Let not my worship spirit tempt me again to die before you, please.
Well, pray your father.
Now, good sir, what are you?
Most power man may tend to pardon's blows, that by the art of knowing and feeling sorrows and made pregnant to good pity, Give me your hand, I'll lead you to some hiding.
Oh, I'll take this.
A proclaiming prize most happy, that eyeless head of thine was first framed flesh to raise my farten. Thou old and happy traitor, bravely thyself remember. The sword is out that must destroy thee.
Let thy friendly hand put strength enough to it.
Wherefore, bold peasant, dares thou poor foolish traitor, hence, lest that infection of his farten take like hold on me. Let go his arm, or thou diest.
Go thy gate and let poor folk pass. I should have been swaggered out of mid-eyes, it would not have been as long as it is by a fortnight. Nay, come not near the old man.
Out, dung hell!
Child, pick your teeth, sir. Oh, no matter for your fines.
Nay, thou slay me. Villain, take my hurt. If ever thou wilt run, bury my body, and give the letters that thou findest about me to Edmund, Earl of Gloucester. Say them out, body hearted. Oh, untimely death.
I know too well. A serviceable villain, as duteous to the vices of my mistress as badness would desire.
It is dead.
Come. Rest you, master. Rest you. Let's see these pockets. These letters that he speaks of may be my friends. Let our reciprocal vows be remembered. You have many opportunities to cut him off. If your will want not, time and place will be fruitfully offered. There's nothing done. If he return the conqueror, then am I the prisoner, and his bed my jail. From the loathed warmth whereof deliver me, and supply the place for your labor. Your wife, so I would say, affectionate servant, Goneril, a plot upon her virtuous husband's life, and in the exchange, my brother, oh, in the sands, Thee I'll rake up. The post unsanctified with murderous lecher. With this ungracious paper in the mature time, strike the sight of the death-practiced Duke. Oh, it is well that thy death and business I can tell.
The king is mad. How stiff is my vile sense that I stand up and have ingenious feeling of my huge sorrows. Better I were distract, so should my thoughts be severed from my breath.
With your hand, far off methinks I hear the beaten drum. Come, father, I'll bestow you with a friend.
O thou good Kent, how shall I live and work to match thy goodness? My life will be too short, and every measure fail me.
To be acknowledged, madam, is our pay.
Be better suited. These weeds are memories of these worser hours. I prithee put them on.
Pardon, dear Nanny, yet to be known sharpens my maid intent. My boon I make it that you know me not till time and I make men.
And that's so, my good lord. How does the king?
Madam, sleep still.
Oh, you kind gods! Cure this great breach in his abused nature. The untuned and jarring senses, oh, wind up of this child changed father.
So please, your majesty, that we may wake the king. He has slept long.
Be governed by your knowledge and proceed in this way your own will. Is he arrayed?
Aye, madam. In the heaviness of sleep we put fresh garments on him. Be by, good madam, when we do awake him.
Oh, my dear father. Restoration, hang thy medicine on my lips, and let this kiss repair these violent arms that my two sisters had in thy reverence made.
Kind and dear princess.
Had you not been their father, these white flakes did challenge pity of them. Was this a face to be opposed against the warring winds? Mine enemy's dad, though he had bit me, should have stood that night at my fire. And must have fain, poor father, to hovel thee with swine and rogues for larn in the short and lusty straw. How does the royal lord? How fares your majesty?
You do me wrong to take me out of the grave. Thou art the soul in bliss, but I am bound on a wheel of fire with my own tears to scar like molten lead.
Sir, do you know me?
You are a spirit, I know. Where did you die?
Still far wide.
Scarce awake, let him alone a while.
Where have I been? Where am I? Fidel, I am mightily abused. I should even die of pity to see another once. I don't know what to say. I will not swear these on my hands.
Look upon me, sir, and hold your hand in benediction over me. No, you must not now.
You will mock me. I am the foolish, fond old man, fourscore and upwards. And to deal plainly, I fear I am not in my perfect mind. I think I should know you. I know this man. Yet I am doubtful, for I am really ignorant what place this is. And all the skill I have remembers not these gardens, nor I know not where I did lodge last night. Do not laugh at me, but as I am a man, I think this lady to be a child Khadija.
And so I am.
Will be your tears wet? Yes, faith, oh, I pray me not. If you have poison for me, I will drink it. I know you do not love me, for your sisters have, as I do remember, done me wrong. You have some cause, they have not.
No cause. No cause.
Am I in France?
In your own kingdom, sir.
Oh, do not abuse me.
Be comforted, good madam. The great rage you see is killed in him. Desire him to go in. Trouble him no more till further settlement.
We'll place your highness walk.
Oh, you must bear with me. I pray you now, forget and forgive. I am old and fallen.
advised by aught to change the curse, is full of utterancy and self-improvement. Bring his constant pleasure.
Our sister's man is certainly miscarried.
'Tis to be doubted, madam.
Now, sweet lord, you know what goodness I intended for you. Tell me but truly, but then speak the truth. Do you not love my sister?
In honor of love.
But have you never found my brother's way to the far place?
That thought of yours is yours.
I never shall endure her, my lord. Be not familiar with her.
Fair Menat.
Poor very loving sister that we met. Sir, this we heard. The king is come to his daughter with others, home the rigor of our state farce to cry out.
Why is this raising? Combined together against the enemy? For these domestic and in particular brills are not the question here.
Let's then determine with the ancient the war or proceeding.
Sister, you'll go with us?
No.
'Tis most convenient. Pray, go with us.
Oh, I know the riddle. I will go.
If e'er your grace has speech with man so born, hear me on word.
I'll overtake you. Speak.
Before you fight the battle, oath this letter. If you have victory, let the trumpet soul for him that brought it. Wretched, though I say I can produce a champion, will prove what is about you there. Farther loves ye.
Stay till I have read the letter.
I must forbid it. If the time shall serve, let but the herald cry now appear again.
Why fare thee well? I will overlook thy paper.
Canada's and pure! Draw up your powers! Here is the gas of their trust, strength, and farces by diligence discovery. But your haste is now urged on you.
We will greet the time.
To both their sisters have I sworn to love, each jealous of the other. Which of them shall I take? Both. One. Or never. And neither can be enjoyed if both remain alive. To take the widow exasperates, makes mad her sister Goneril, and hardly shall I carry out beside her husband being live. Now then, will yours, his countenance for battle, which been done, that her who would be rid of him devise his spade taken off. As for the Marseille, which he intends to Lear and to Cardelia, the battle done, and they within our power, shall never say his pardon from estate. Stands on there to defend, not to debate.
Come, Father, into the shadow of this tree for your good host. Pray that the right may thrive. If ever I return to you again, I'll bring you comfort.
God's grace go with you, sir.
Away, old man! Give me your hand, come on! King Lear has lost his daughter ta'en. Give me your hand, come on!
No, Father, sir, a man may rot even her.
That's still an ill thought. Men must endure their going hence, being as they're coming hither. The ripeness is on. Come on.
That's true, too.
Some officers take them away.
We are not the first who with best men in having incurred the worst. For they oppressive kingdom I cast down. Myself could else outfrown false fortune's frown. Shall we not say these daughters and these sisters?
No. Let's away to prison. We two alone shall sing like birds the cage. For now, with that's been blessing, I'll kneel down and ask in their forgiveness. So we'll live and pray, sing, and tell old tales, laugh at gilded butterflies. And hear poor rogues talk cart news. We'll talk with them too. Who loses, who wins, who's in, who's out. and take upon us the mystery of it.
Take them away!
Upon such sacrifices may Cordelia the gods themselves throw incense. Wipe thy eyes. The good years shall devour them, flesh and fell, ere they shall make us weep. We'll see him starve first. Come.
Come hither, Captain Hag. Take thou this note, but bow them to prison. Unstep, I've advanced there, if thou dost, as this instructs thee, thou dost make thy way to noble Barton. Know thee this, that men are as the time is. To be tender-minded does not become a sword.
I'll do it, my lord.
Mark, I say, instantly, and carry it so, as I have set it down.
I cannot draw cards nor edge dry oaks. If it be man's work, I'll do it.
Sir, you have showed today your valiant strength and have led you well. You have the captives, I do require them of you.
Sir, I thought it fit to send the old and maidful king to some retention. With him I sent the queen, and they are ready. Tomorrow, or further space to pair, for you shall hold your session.
Sir, all your patience, I told you about the subject of this war, not as a brother.
That has wayless to grace him. He thinks our pleasure meet in demanding area has spoke so far. He led our powers, bore the commission of my place in person, the which immediacy may well stand up and call itself your brother.
Not so hot. In his own grace he doth exalt himself more than in your Odyssean.
Lady, I did not well, else I should answer from a full flowing stomach. General, take them as soldiers, prisoners, patrimony, dispose of them, of make the walls his reign. Witness the world I create for thee here, the Lord and Master. Men used to enjoy him.
The little lies not in your goodwill.
Nor in thine land.
Half-blooded fellow, yes!
Let the drum strike and prove my title died.
Stay it, Herr Priestman. Edmund, I am resting on capital treason. For your claim, fair sister, I bar it in the interest of me wife. 'Tis she is subcontracted to this lord, and I, her husband, contradict your faith. If you will marry, make your loves to me. Me lady is bespoke.
An interlude.
Lord armed Gloucester, let the trumpet sound. If none appear to prove upon thy person thy heinous, manifest, and many treasons, there is me pledge. I'll make it on thy heart.
Sick. Oh, sick. Not I'll ne'er trust medicine.
There's much change. What in the world has that names me traitor? Villain like, delight.
A Harold, oh.
The sickness grows upon me.
She is not well. Bear her to be tend. Come hither, Harold. Let the trumpet sound, and rave out this.
If any man of quality or degree within the lists of the army will maintain upon Edmund, supposed Earl of Gloucester, that he is a manifold traitor, let him appear by the third sound of the trumpet. He is bold in his defense. Again. Again. What are you, your quality, and why you answer this present so much?
Know that my name is last to treason's tooth. Bear none and canker bit. Yet no, I am as noble as he I come to cope.
Which is that adversary?
What's he that speaks for Edmund, Earl of Gloucester?
Himself. What says the tongue?
Draw thy sword, that if mistake offend a noble heart, thy honor may do thee justice. Here is mine. Thou art a traitor, false to thy gods, thy brother, and thy father, conspired against this high illustrious prince, from the extremest upward of thy head to the descent and dust below thy foot, a most toad-spatted traitor. Say thou no, this sword, this arm, and my best bits are bent upon thy heart, whereto I spake.
Back though I toss this treasure to thy head, this sword of mine shall give them instant way, where they shall rest for e'er. Shall I stop it? Hold, sir, though worse than anything. Great God only, but no carriage I perceive you, no.
Say if I do. The laws are mine, not thine. Who can arraign me for it?
Most monstrous! Oh, knowest thou this paper?
Ask me not what I know.
Go after her. She's desperate. Cover her.
But don't charge me with that have I done, and more, much more the time will bring it out. 'Tis past, and so am I, but what art thou that hast this Spartan on me?
Exchange charity with me. I am no less in blood than thou art, Edmund. If more, the more hast thou wronged me. My name is Edgar, and thy father's son. Oh, the gods are just, and of our pleasant vices make us instruments to plague us. The dark invidious place where they he got, cast in his eyes.
Thus spoken right, 'tis true. The whale is cool from sorrow.
Oh, you must embrace it. Let sorrow split me heart if ever I did hate thee, or thy father.
Worthy prince, I know it.
Where have you hid yourself? How have you known the miseries of your father?
By nursing them the Lord. List a brief tale, and when 'tis told, oh, that my heart will burst. The bloody proclamation to escape that followed me so near taught me to shift myself into a madman's rags, and in that shape met I my father, with his bleeding rings, two precious stones, no loss. It became his guide, led him, begged for him, saved him from despair. Ne'er, oh fault, revealed myself untold until some half hour passed when I was armed. Not knowing, though hoping of this good success, I asked his blessing, and from first to last told him our pilgrimage. But his flawed heart alack, to wake the conflict to support twixt two extremes of passion, joy, and grief, burst, smilingly.
This place is nice and moved me, and shall perchance to go.
Speak, man!
What means this bloody knife?
It's hot, it smokes, it came in from the heart of... Oh, she's dead!
Hold dead, speak, man!
Your lady, sorry, your lady, and her sister by her ties, and she confesses it!
I was contracted to them both, but the rest near marry in an extent.
Here comes Kent!
Produce the bodies, be they live or dead. This judgment of the Haines that makes us tremble touches us not with pity. Oh, this is he!
I am come to bid my king and master I good night. Is he not here?
Great people must forgot. Speak, Edmund, where's the king and where's Cordelia? Seest thou this object, Kent?
Edmund was beloved, though only over pleasing for herself, and after saw herself.
Even so, cover their faces.
Reply for life. Some good I meant to do. Spite of my own nature. Quickly send the briefing to the castle for my rent. He's on the life of there. And on Cordelia. Next, send in time.
Run, Brando, run!
Oh, my lord, who has the office? Send my token of reprieve.
Well, that's all. Take my sword. Give it to the captain.
Go hasty for my life.
And have received from Floyd White's man to hang Cordelia in the prison and to lay the blame upon her own despair. That she her did herself.
The gods defend her. Bear him hence a while.
Is this the promised end?
What the image and horror of it.
Father says.
This matter stirs, she lives. If it be so, it is a chance that does redeem all sorrow that ever I have felt.
Oh, my good master.
Prithee away.
No, can't your friend?
A plague on you, murderers, traitors all. I might have saved her. Now she's gone forever. Cordelia. Cordelia. Stay a little. Huh? What is thou sayest? Oh, the voice was ever soft. I killed the slave that was a hanging.
His troll, my lords, he did.
Did I not? I've seen the day with the good fighting fortune I'd have made him skip. I'm old now. And the same crosses spoiled me. Are you not Kent?
The same. Your servant Kent. Where is your servant Caius?
He's a good fellow, I can tell you that. He'll strike quickly, too. He's dead. And Robin.
No, my good lord. I am the very man from your very first difference and decay that followed your sad steps.
You all went there.
Nor no man else. Owl's chairless, dark and deadly. Your eldest daughters have foredone themselves and desperately are dead.
Aye, so I think.
We know not what he says, and vain is it that wafers to him.
Very bootless.
Edmund is dead, my lord.
That's but a trifle here. You lords and noble friends know our intent. What comfort all this great decay may come shall be applied. For us, we will resign during the life of this bald majesty to him or absolute poor. All friends shall taste the wages of their virtue, and all foes the cup of their deservings. Oh, say,
And poor false hand. No life. Why should the dog, a horse, a rat, have life, and thou no breath at all? Come no more. Never. I pray you, undo this body. Thank you, son. Do you see this? Look at the look. Look at lips. Look there. Oh, look there.
He faints. My lord. My lord.
Brave heart, I pray, brave.
Look up, my lord.
Vex not his ghost. Oh, let him pass. He hates him that would upon the rack of this tough world stretch him out longer.
He's gone, indeed.
The wonder is he hath endured so long.
Bear them from hence. Our present business is general woe. Friends of my soul, you twain rule in this realm, and the guard stays to stay.
I have a journey, sir, sharply to go. My master calls me. I must not proceed.
The weight of this sad time we must obey. Speak what we feel, not what we ought to say. The oldest hath borne most, and we that are young shall never say so much, nor live so long.